Iowa has become the 11th state in the country to ban transgender girls and women from participating in female sports. And it ranges from kindergarten through college. Iowa's governor, Kim Reynolds, she signed a bill on Thursday prohibiting transgenders to play sports against women, which definitely makes a lot of sense. Reynolds said this is a victory for girls' sports in Iowa. Reynolds is a Republican who was surrounded by young female athletes at the signing ceremony at the Iowa Capitol and appeared to refer to transgender women and girls as males as she addressed the crowd. Was she lying or was she telling the truth? Transgender girls and transgender women, they're males. They're not females. She went on to say, there's no amount of talent, training, or effort that can make up for the natural physical advantages men have over women. She said it's simply a reality of human biology. She also said forcing females to compete against males is absolutely unfair. The measure passed the state Senate with a 31-17 vote on Wednesday after it passed the House last month by a vote of 55-39. Only the Republicans voted for it. So the Democrats basically said that your son can dog walk my baby girl. Wow. Are you serious? So the Democrats think that it's okay for a man to compete in female sports and just drag the dog shit out of one of these little girls. And we've seen it time and time again when they allow transgenders to participate in female sports. They tend to have 19 belts, 25 crowns. They're the queen of all, and they hold all the belts, all the titles when it comes to them fighting against these women. But Reynolds and the state of Ohio got a little backlash from an LGBT youth advocacy group called Iowa Safe Schools. And they called the legislation a solution in search of a problem to score petty political points at the expense of Iowa's children. And they also went on to say, today is a dark day in Iowa's history and will be remembered by our students, their families, and voters alike. This is what the organization Iowa Safe Schools tweeted, this LGBT organization. To me, that would mean they could care less about female athletes. So you would still allow a transgender man, which is a male, to compete in a wrestling match against my little Jenny, and he breaks her leg, breaks her arm, fractures her skull, breaks her back, just brutalizes her because he wants to call himself a female, but he was born a male. That's not making sense. And as of now, we have 11 states in the country that say they're not having that shit. So we got another 41 states that ain't in on it. Come on, this should be simple mathematics. Every state should be like, yeah, we're on board with you. Males shouldn't be playing sports against females because they're going to dominate them. The biology, the human makeup of a male is just more stronger, more dominant than a female. That's why they said from kindergarten through college, we're not going to allow it. And it makes sense. It just makes sense, people. And I don't see who could buck against it, but we know there's definitely people bucking against it. I mean, why buck against it? Make you a transgender league, where now you have transgender Bob that turned into Brittany, and transgender Tom that turned into Tina, and they go head-to-head combat and do what they do. That makes more sense, right? And they're still in sports, but they have their own league. Just like men have their own league, women have their own league, and if you want to do anything, give transgenders their own league. Just like you have women's bathroom, females' bathroom, and you have that bathroom that's for male or female. So you could do it the same way in sports. That would be like telling your father he can just pounce on your mama and body slam her. No, he's going to catch a battery case. So that would be in sports. This man should be catching a battery case for body slamming this girl, or this woman in that case. So it makes sense. I'm with Iowa and the other 10 states. They definitely are doing the right thing. Because I don't see it as a father, you see a little girl in a sports event and she's in a wrestling match and she gets her arm broke. And you come to find out that this is a transgender who was a guy that just did your daughter like that. You would probably want to sue the school, and you would probably want to do something to him. So, people, we got to get on board with Iowa and the other 10 states and blow this horn on this thing and let people know, hey, it makes sense. And anybody with children, especially little girls, would you want your little girl getting dog walked by a boy? No. So it's the same in the sports. Do you want your daughter to get picked up and threw off the wrestling mat into the stands? Or do you want to do something about it? Stop this thing now. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south. Unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.